And welcome to another freezing cold episode of Coaching, Caffeine, and Comedy. And I'm your host, Haley Koza.
And I'm chillin' Lena.
Okay, for real.
Because it's so cool in here.
I know, but here's the deal. So the
happy.
AC is fixed. Huge thank you to Lena for yelling at people and making that happen.
No, it's too cold.
It's called sweet talking, and it's not too cold. It is perfect.
No. That last time that we were here,
You were fine.
I was so cold. I got home and put on a Snuggie.
Yes.
And was like,
She's
fuzzy
like,
socks.
Yeah, she goes, I'm going to have to put on my fuzzy socks. And I was
my
like,
toes were so cold because I wore flip-flops. I'm like, I can't even.
I didn't sweat. First episode, I didn't sweat.
Yeah.
And
You guys are going to wish that you had. Look at you guys. You look like you're going to the beach.
They're twinning, though, too.
They are.
got their
Oh, my
Heathers.
gosh.
Their
Dad
Heather
bod.
Grace.
It is cute. Dad bods.
We got
Chairman
the,
of the board. CEO.
Okay, all right. So you guys want to know who these handsome men who's... I don't know. I'm just throwing some nice words out there.
Over-deliver.
Who is in studio with us today? So
You're gonna be so disappointed.
oh my god,
there's no disappointment here.
So I'll introduce this one on the right. This one's Jared Muehlenhamp. Say hi.
Hi.
Okay, that's not acceptable. You got to be right
you
here.
got it. Yeah.
Hi.
There you go. That's better.
There you go.
How's everyone out there?
Well, that's good.
Good
Sounds
job.
good.
And Andrew Ambriz.
Hi,
Do people call you Drew?
just my wife.
Okay.
One of those. Yeah.
How fun. Okay, so guys, have you listened to our podcast?
Yes.
Yes.
Jared, have you really?
Yeah. Like
Which
four.
one?
Oh, four of
Two
there's
Lenas,
Oh, well.
closer to the mic again.
Because I did
Two
send,
Lenas.
I sent
Okay.
him those.
and then the Holtus and Smalley.
Okay.
Had to listen to that one
Yeah.
Horrible
because
listening.
I wanted to see how many times the F bomb was
What-
dropped.
beep.
I know.
And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if there was actually an episode, or if it was just like beep, 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 like
Yeah.
Morse code or something.
That's all I thought it was going to be, actually. But
And Andrew, you're a sweet soul, I feel like, so I know that you've actually listened. Not saying that you're not Jared.
See,
but he
he's
hangs out with-
listened to less episodes that I have.
But he hangs out with Jared, so the sweetness.
That's
And he
not
also
true. That's
listened.
not
He
true.
told me right before throwing him under the bus. He listened to it on 2x, so times
Which-
2. So which
Anybody out there,
I don't
so
know what that
you
means.
saw-
Lena,
I know what
You
he
mean
did.
fast?
It was like
I'm
Lena
2x without
talks
the 2x.
fast enough.
Yes.
So you sound like
But
chipmunk.
Lena 2x speed is.
It's hilarious.
No.
I can't
My,
wait.
Even
my
more
wife couldn't discern what was being said because the audio was going so fast, and then eventually she must have caught a couple words and was like, "Wait a minute, what are you listening to?"
He was
Well,
trying to
it's-
speed read.
It's Haley and Lena's podcast.
Oh,
He was
we are
getting the
going
cliff
to
notes.
get
What are
you.
those things? The little things that you read that's just like
you
the...
can.
Yeah.
I'm prepared. I did
Oh,
the
we're
homework.
gonna get you
Oh,
now.
all right.
We're
So
gonna
the
get
cliff
you.
notes.
Yeah, is that what it is?
He's trying to get the cliff notes.
Yeah, of our podcast.
That's unreal.
Hurtful.
Okay, I know you guys are so tall. Maybe raise the microphone so then you guys don't.
Is that allowed?
Yeah.
How
Like
does this work? I'm not a.
somebody get
Oh my
over there.
I'm not in a
There you
jam
go.
band.
Okay. And so then you guys aren't like bending down doing that low crunch, but you do have to be.
Maybe they should... They're doing their ab workout.
I think you just need to scoot closer together.
Yeah, you got to get together closer.
Yeah, because you're gonna have to be in the mic. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to there we go.
People are going to be calling,
need to
complaining
finger-
about the sound
Should
quality.
we maybe ask
See, now we're gonna
MEDC
sweat.
to get another mic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Charlie McPherson, can we get another
Yeah.
mic for our guests?
get
They don't
a-
like sitting so close.
Can we get an
I mean-
omnidirectional mic? Maybe?
I guess we
I don't even know what
probably
that
could have
means.
shared one, but I was
No.
like, we don't.
Nope.
We're kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
But okay, anyways, back to our warm up.
Yep.
Are you guys ready?
This is warm. Okay.
Is this like on Sesame Street where we say words back and forth to each other?
Yes.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Well, no, here's the deal. You guys you get to talk amongst each other before you just go spitting out answers because it's a point game.
Be a team?
It is a point. Yes.
It's a point game.
Yes.
Let me see. 1, 2.
So yeah, I
You
remember
have to gain-
Your first time was not
Well,
good, but I
my
can't
first
remember-
time was before I came in this room. I'll tell you that right now.
I'm gonna say 1.
Sorry, Jake.
Sorry.
You have to get 10 points in order not to lose. If you lose,
So what do we lose?
Yeah,
you
You.
He has
You-
to sponsor a table for our event.
no. He can pay for our cups for our event.
Oh wow.
A good chunk of it, yeah. I won't make him pay for all of it, but yeah.
Maybe
I saw
just the
that.
designer fee?
Okay, there you go.
Question mark? Okay, great.
My wife wants a table, so we're probably gonna.
Yes!
Okay, all right.
So if we
and,
lose, we'll get a table.
okay, and Andrew, I will take.
Are there any tables available, by the way?
I
there's
just checked.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yes.
Is it like
There's 6. There's the 10 top,
okay?
and there's several 4 tops.
Okay.
I know that for sure.
By the time this airs,
four
though,
tops. I don't know.
There'll be none.
Probably
There'll
do
be-
a 4 top then.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Yeah, or there will
and
be.
Andrew, if I will take one of these every day for 5 days.
I'm in.
Okay. you
Times
guys
2.
ready?
What the fridge?
are we just gonna like purposely lose this?
Might as well.
Okay. You guys
Purposely
ready for this?
Purposely my ankle.
Pets of Disney.
I'm sorry, what?
Sorry.
Since you are dads.
So here's the thing, though.
Nope.
Like actual pets are like just animals.
Just can you
that
just
are-
wait
Just
until
answer
I
the
finish?
question, okay?
So
No,
Well,
I can't.
Okay,
I'm
it's-
gonna cut you off.
it is
Every
pets.
chance I get.
Pets of Disney. So I'm gonna say the movie.
Yep.
And then you're gonna give me the name
Or breed
or breed of the animal
and name.
and name.
Yeah, okay.
Breed and name? That
Well,
Yeah, you know that's a
come
point. Every
on.
time you give me something, it's gonna be a point.
Yeah.
is Paw
okay.
Patrol Disney? No, that's Nickelodeon.
Yeah, it's not. I do know Paw Patrol.
I
Though.
see where their lives are.
Okay, are you guys ready? First one. Polka.
Who's going? Was it
It's
like
both of you guys
You're a
together. You
team.
guys, you're a team. You
Oh,
guys can
okay.
talk
Remember,
to
you
each
can't
other.
just blurt out the answer.
Yeah,
You're
so
going
you
to
guys-
cost your team.
Yeah.
Team Muehlenhamp.
Yeah.
Amber Camp.
We go by either.
Are you guys ready yet?
I like it.
Okay, first movie, Pocahontas.
There's pets in there?
Miko? Miko the raccoon.
Shut
Oh,
up! Shut up! Good job.
that is really good.
Game on. Remember you said at the
Got
beginning?
serious.
But you know what? I feel like that's the side pet. The main pet.
Oh no! Miko and
Fine,
there's
whatever.
one more. Are
Yeah,
the
there's
main
Hummingbird,
pets.
and I can't remember the
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
God.
it is-
Okay,
see? I know.
yes.
Good job.
Wow.
Plus 3, right?
No. Just
No,
just
one.
Miko. One. Do you
I was-
have any
I was-
additions?
You said breed and name. Is that not 2 points?
Is it a hummingbird?
It is a hummingbird.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a hummingbird.
Okay, fine. 2 points.
Oh, for
His
crying
name
out
is
loud.
Flit.
Girl, you got on this good.
I did.
Good job. I'm
That
so
was
proud
like
of you.
one of my favorite movies ever. And when you said the pug, I'm like,
I
the
know.
pug really isn't.
I know. Okay,
like
yeah,
Miko and
okay.
Flit.
All right, got it. Yep. All right.
Good job. No, nothing, Jared. Great.
I don't know that I've seen Pocahontas.
Okay, so you guys are at. Oh my gosh, you're at 2 points. Next movie, Tangled.
The chameleon.
That's 3 points.
What's his name? Kind of like old composer. Can't remember his name.
Oh my gosh, who is
Mozart?
this guy?
Not Mozart.
You
Older
are.
composer?
Can you see my paper?
No, I can
Are-
see. I can
did
see into your
Beethoven?
soul, Haley. Let's
God.
Ludwig von Beethoven?
It's not Beethoven.
I'm out.
Van Gogh.
Okay, well
Okay.
you still got 3 points. It's Pascal.
Oh,
Very nice.
Very nice.
Pascal.
Jared, are you gonna add any? Are you gonna give any help
Maybe
to this?
you say one that I've seen.
Oh my gosh. Okay, next movie, Up.
Oh, yeah. What's his name? The dog.
It is a dog.
He talks like this.
Doug.
Doug! Yes! Yep.
You didn't do anything,
Yeah,
Jared.
why helped?
You didn't do
Helped
anything.
a lot.
Oh,
This is bull crap.
I know this is
There
garbage.
Thank goodness they
The
didn't tell
dodo
us what
bird.
we would have to do if we lost.
Yes, this is
The
garbage.
dodo bird.
Name.
Yeah, you got to get his name.
That's you. Breeds one.
I don't
No,
have
that's
that one on
half a
my
point.
list. I don't have that one on my list.
You know his
Okay,
name?
the other Rottweiler.
Oh,
I'll think about it. On the
but the
points.
bird is Kevin.
Kevin. Yep.
Yeah, I actually thought that was the name of the dog.
Okay. I don't even know. I'm gonna come back to this one in case you.
There's also a squirrel because Doug says squirrel. So
Okay.
All right, anyway,
Now that Jared's regurgitated the movie,
Aristocats.
aristocrats.
Aristocats.
Oh, that's another one. That's
Oh my gosh! Look at you, Andrew.
Andrew's thinking Jared's like, next.
I don't know. I've never seen that movie. What model were you? What year did you graduate?
we'll leave this out.
No, I need to
They
know.
look like they could be twins.
they really could.
I mean, yeah,
He's
dark.
much younger than me.
I haven't seen
No?
Aristocats in long enough.
a long time.
I haven't either. I don't know.
Duchess.
All I have is Oliver and Company.
Duchess.
Duchess.
Okay. Crossing out. You guys are at 4. Okay. This I want the exact name of this little animal. It's the fat mouse on Cinderella.
Gus Gus. Come on.
What is
That was a
happening?
softball
out of
toss,
here.
Haley.
Get out of here.
Just
Alex,
said home
what do
runs
you
over
guys
here.
do?
What?
What did you guys do? What did he do?
Yeah, Andrew. Unreal.
Who brought Jared
Yeah.
or invited him?
See, this is why I invited him. I was
Look at him.
Like,
He
you want
is like-
Andrew there? I was like,
Oh
yeah.
my gosh. Do you?
You know, Jared. People need to know that Jared was afraid to come in here alone.
Yeah. So we
He
had to bring
needed
a
Ladies
friend.
will just
Yeah.
We will eat you
alive.
Me alive. Yep.
And he was scared. And this would have been so embarrassing for him
I think
had
this
he
would've
not.
gotten one.
Well, thank goodness.
No, you would
2.
not.
I would have got 2.
We're not done yet.
Yeah, I got Doug,
You guys are only.
Oh,
at,
okay.
No,
I got
you didn't
Doug.
get Doug.
All right, fine.
and then I got the Rottweiler.
Andrew said Doug, and then you're like, yeah, Doug.
No, I said the dog, who talks like this. And then I said Doug.
And then he goes,
And then you're like,
Squirrel.
yeah, Doug.
And squirrel.
So you guys are at
Next.
5 points.
And then Doug
Anyways,
said
making
squirrel.
him-
Oh, hold on. Check your math.
5, 6.
We
Sorry.
don't. That's not what's
I
important
just didn't
here.
want to give Jared points. Okay, we're at 6. God, these are so easy. I feel like Andrew's gonna know all
I
of
know.
these. Okay,
Maybe you
what?
should give me like 10 seconds to try to.
100,
Yes, let's do.
101 Dalmatians, the mom and the dad dog are named. Look, Andrew already knows this.
He does.
He has an eidetic memory, and I don't. You don't know what that is, do you?
It does. No.
It's really you can like go back in time.
Okay.
and
Criminal
actually-
Minds.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm with you. Thank you.
Well, it would have been nice to know that before this
Yeah,
little
no,
challenge.
So the girl dog's name is Lady, right?
No,
That's
that's
Lady in the
Lady
Tramp.
and the Tramp.
It's like the same year, right? Didn't they come out at the same time?
okay. She has the same letter as the dad.
Okay, that helps. 0.
Okay.
I'm trying to
Do you
think
know
if
the
I-
dad's name?
Well, yeah, it would help if I knew the dad's name. 'cause
Don't
then
you just,
that would
like-
help me with it.
Andrew,
And he's
can
like
you,
yells and he's like,
Andrew, if you know it, can you mouth it?
Yeah.
Is it Bud?
Good job. That was good.
Oh my
Can you
gosh.
mouth it to,
To
Jared?
Jared, it's
Bucko? Bardo?
keep going.
Can you mouth it one more time?
Bogo? Bogo? Ernest goes to camp. I don't know what's going
I
on
can't
anymore.
focus.
About to be
Bongo.
Pongo.
Oh, is it bongo or
It's
pongo?
Pongo.
Oh my God.
Pongo.
Oh god.
Pongo and Perdita.
After seeing him enunciate his,
I know.
thought
How
That
else
was
am I
beautiful.
supposed
I don't know.
So-
There is 1 foot of space between his mouth and mine.
Honestly, from
pongo. That's right. Okay,
I'm
wait.
gonna
He
give
still
you a
got
point for
the
that.
female.
But here's-
the
I already
moms.
did it. I already said it.
She already said it.
Oh, but he didn't. Did you hear it?
I didn't, but
So
I
you-
don't care. Anyways,
Okay.
but from the side when he was mouthing it, it looked like he was saying
What kind of
And there goes
podcast?
the E.
Yeah.
on the
Yeah,
explosive.
make sure.
What kind of
you didn't
podcast
hear
do you
it.
think this is?
You just whispered into a microphone. You think we're not going to hear it?
They didn't
Okay,
get it.
here we go. If you get these next 3, you've beat it.
Don't make it too easy.
I know. Okay, the 3 animals. I already know Andrew knows this. I don't
I
like
know.
this game.
Then Jared has to
The
answer.
3 animals on Homeward Bound.
So Homeward Bound's Milo. Oh, that's the mouse.
Why are you looking at me like I know? I don't even.
What is Homeward Bound?
What?
Feifel goes west.
Somebody get this guy some Disney movies.
Call.
I know all the ones that came out. Like, ask me a Toy Story one, and I'll just kill it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Andrew,
Disney Pixar.
help your buddy.
I can go 2 for 3. Chance, Sassy, and
Come on. The old one.
I know.
They don't get any points if they don't get them all.
I
I'm just
know.
gonna call it
Sorry.
right now.
Yep. You're at 9. Oh, thank
Yeah.
goodness. I really
Go ahead,
like
Jared.
this
Throw a
drink,
guess
too.
out there.
Yeah.
A guess.
Just think of the name. And he's got a really deep
Pongo?
voice.
I want to say Duke, but I don't think Duke's right.
You know what breed he is? I'm
Golden
trying.
Retriever.
Andrew, leave the room. Next
I'll still
two.
take the drinks though.
Yeah, me too.
What is it?
Shadow.
Shadow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. We have a sassy kitty. Outside sassy kitty.
My wife had a sassy kitty when she was
Yeah.
young too.
I think
We have-
everybody did.
We have sassy 2.0.
Did you
you
did
could-
you like paint
Sequels
the tail
are
like
always
me?
bad.
You
Meet
could
the
never. Yeah,
Parents?
2.0s always go bad.
Yeah. So far 2.0 is not doing bad.
We had a couple rosies. Wasn't good.
What's okay? Here's a question for you. What's
Oh.
the cat's name on Meet the Parents?
It's probably not one we can say.
No, it is.
Lena, what is it? I know. Milk the little kitty.
Yeah, that's all I know.
Little saucer.
Yeah. What is that cat's name?
What's the guy's
Don't
name?
even
Is it
look at me like that.
whatever the guy's name
Can I
is?
phone a friend?
I don't know.
No. What is it?
Give up.
Jinxie cat.
Oh, Jinx.
Oh.
Yeah.
Jinxie cat. And a little saucer.
Yeah, that's all I knew.
Actually, that cat's name was Geppetto. His cat.
Okay, I didn't read
That's
that.
His name
No.
is Geppetto. Into a little saucer.
Why is he making this about him and
I
trying
don't
to
know.
make us
Like,
look
No,
like we
he
couldn't
just
get
wants
the
to make
answer?
us feel bad
Exactly.
because we know kids shows.
Yeah.
I know kid shows.
Obviously not.
Yeah. You need to take.
Like what my kid is watching right now.
Well, Adler needs to watch some of these older flicks.
Yeah, and you need to study for next time.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
Well, that
we're
was a
only going to
fun
invite
warm-up.
one of them back.
Yeah, for sure. It's gonna probably be Andrew. Yeah.
Okay.
Look at Andrew. He's so stoic.
I know.
In the zone.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, that's why I invited him. I was like,
Okay.
it's gonna be the best part of this. Whole
Yeah.
thing.
So you two, could you please explain to me? Let's start with Jared first. Jared Muehlenhamp. Did you grow up in McCook?
Closer technically, yeah. Most of my life, I grew up here. Yes. Actually, was born in Imperial, which is about an hour west of here. So, and then I started. What was it? Third grade here. So from third grade on, and then
Did you play any sports?
yep, played football, baseball, and I kind of did track up until like freshman year, and I realized I don't like running.
Not
course.
the only one.
What did you do after high school here?
So I played baseball for MCC.
Oh, you did?
Really?
I didn't know this.
I didn't either.
MCC alum. Go
Nope.
Indians.
Wow.
Or feathers, whatever.
So
Oh,
I was.
yeah.
Mm.
I'm so old that probably no one recognizes Jeremy Jorgensen as the
Negative.
coach. He was after John the first time.
Okay.
Okay, sorry. You say you're so old. I feel like we're the same age.
How old are you?
Well, I want to know how old you are first.
Well, I don't know how old you are.
I am
What year? What year did you graduate?
06.
05.
Oh my
So you are
gosh.
older than me.
Older.
Yeah, it's okay. We're like the youngest two in here, probably. Oh, Andrew.
This guy beats us by a long shot.
Is he like a baby?
He was born.
26 years old.
What? You're not even 30 yet?
No.
I think I found out he was born the year I graduated. Is that
Oh.
right?
And everyone's like, yeah, he's older than you, right, Jared? And I'm like, this guy's just a young buck.
He's a baby.
It's because he's so mature.
He is.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you're not even 30 yet? I can't wait till that day comes. What about your wife? Is she young young lady?
It's
too?
very upsetting. Let's move past
Okay,
this.
so
Okay, go.
you played baseball at MCC.
Yep.
Go
and
Indians.
then I played here a year, had a scholarship, and then I realized that I probably wasn't going to be going pro.
Really?
So I wanted to. Really?
I
Can't imagine.
Gosh, Lena.
No, I mean, like, really, how does someone, like, why would that stop you from...
Well, I
you
hurt
had-
my arm.
Okay,
is
that's
what
what I meant.
really happened.
Yeah.
Wait,
And
what did you do? Like what
I
position?
tore played third base, and
Okay.
then I hurt my arm, so then I put
Okay.
me at first.
I like that you. Is your arm? You're not like
Well, it still
leaning
hurts.
It
You
over
ask
to
my
the
wife,
right.
and she's just like I can't sleep certain ways on my arm and stuff, and
Oh.
it's got like I had surgery on it.
Uh-huh.
I hurt it in football in high school, and so I got surgery on it during my junior year of football, and then rehab so I could play baseball again the next summer, and it was good up until we didn't really take care of it in college. We were throwing every day, and it's a grind. Junior college baseball, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Any sport.
Any sport.
Any sport.
The
and
jukes.
junior college is tough. So I didn't really take care of my arm and kind of blew it out. And, a 5'11" first baseman isn't really a great target. So I decided to go. I was in graphic design here. It was the first year that MCC had it. And then I went to Kearney.
Go Lopes.
Oh, that's awesome.
Lopes.
So, who was your graphic design teacher?
Here?
Yeah.
Becky Meyer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Same
It's
person.
the same person. Yeah.
Awesome. All right,
So
Drew. Andrew. Where did you grow up?
Born and raised Los Angeles, California, Southeast LA, Pico Rivera.
Do you
We
guys wait?
lived-
So, do you go back to California ever?
Not really often.
Okay.
The last time we were there was probably 2015.
Okay.
Um,
Sorry. Carry on.
And lived there until I was 10. I have an older sister, younger brother. Older sister was in junior high, and the story is by Thanksgiving, her school had locked down twice because of gun violence. And so My parents tested a fiery, hot housing market in 2004. We moved in the middle of my 5th grade year from Fontana, California to Pender, Nebraska, where my mom
Go
grew
Dragons.
up. Yeah,
they
I
the
suppose you can say that if I'm not going to, but you can say
Okay.
that.
Jeez, God.
So we moved to Pender for a couple years, and West Point, Nebraska is where all of us kids graduated from. It's where my parents are. It's where my sister is. It's where my brother is. So
That must be
Plano
like
Grits.
East Nebraska. I don't know these towns.
Yes. So north of Omaha, about 45 miles.
Okay.
Eastern Nebraska. And I did sports, was involved. FFA was bread and butter, though. So
Okay.
both my sister and I were really involved. Me more so, and after graduation, I was elected to state FFA office, so I was one of the 7 state FFA officers that served the state of Nebraska simultaneously with my freshman year of college at the university. So basically that meant I had to somehow facilitate and teach a bunch of people who were, in some cases, older than me or like just behind me in age. So I traveled the state. We did facilitation, different leadership conferences, traveled the country representing Nebraska FFA. And then when that was all over, went back to the university, got a degree in meat science. And
I think I have the same degree.
We're not talking about Jake right now.
Sorry.
Okay.
there
Awkward.
it is. Degree in meat science. Don't use it except when I walk through the grocery store aisles. There you go.
Okay.
He's into that marbling.
True dad, Ernesto.
Okay. Awkward. And so, okay, now let's go back to Jared. So you went to school, and then what brought you back to McCook?
So so when it was
Ew.
pretty much, I left Lincoln. I was trying to figure out where I wanted to start with this. Left Lincoln.
Well, wait. You finished your baseball career. You went to
Carney,
Now
and then I got a job in Lincoln.
Okay.
So he
And then-
missed that whole step.
Yeah,
So now we're just going
exactly.
to
Yes.
And that's where I was
Carney
trying to figure out
and
where I
Lincoln,
wanted to
same
start. And
thing.
I was
Okay.
like, do I really need to go there?
You do.
Okay. So went to Lincoln, had a job, met my then girlfriend, now wife.
Shout out.
Sadie. And then I got a job in LA. Actually got an internship in LA, working for a big ad agency called TBW Chiat
Wait,
Day.
so since you were so much older, was that when he was still living in California?
No.
Okay.
That's
Continue.
just is that an old joke? Geriatric joke?
Yeah.
I get it.
I won't do that to you, Jared.
So we went out there. That's actually kind of how we met the first time, though.
Okay.
We were talking about LA and stuff. So we went out there. It was great, but my wife, she's from Wayne, and her parents are from Pender, which is very
Oh my gosh!
crazy.
This circle
What?
just
The
keeps going
signs
back
of
around.
love.
Pender
here.
Pendragons.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
See.
a thing, I guess. It's real. So went out there and got a lot of experience.
Sorry, what was your job?
So I interned for a little side project called Let There Be Dragons. It's you basically take the talent within, Pendragons, Let There Be Dragons. There's
It's
a whole lot
the
of dragons.
circle. It's just yeah.
So
it's
many
like-
dragons.
Can we call this episode Hidden Dragons?
Do you have a
Crouching
tattoo of a
tiger-
dragon
tiger and
somewhere?
dragon.
I'm just really waiting to see a tail
Yeah,
come
he's
out.
got
So,
tat
but it was
somewhere.
for TBW Chiat Day, which is a huge ad agency. You've probably seen ads that they do like Southwest Airlines,
Okay.
Okay.
Toyota.
Did you just
Whole bunch of-
client list?
Yeah, did. They're gonna shoot me. They're gonna murder me. But they do a lot, and so Pepsi is one of their biggest. And so I was actually, after I was doing my internship, I got on as a contract worker there, design and marketing stuff. And so I actually was working on a product for Starbucks for a pitch, and this is when I learned about the political side of marketing and advertising. And so we were doing this. We worked about 3 months with Bori Chung. She did the Gatorade with the lightning bolt.
Okay.
That's her logo.
Cool.
So shout out to Bori if she's listening. Probably not.
She better be.
Don't you doubt that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you never know.
When you say so she owns that, like when you just said that's
So
her.
the company that she works for owns it, but she's the one that designs
Made
it.
it.
Okay,
That's
okay,
cool.
that's
So
I didn't know
it's-
like if you got
She has, yeah, basically she can say that she worked on this project.
Okay, got it. I'm sorry.
She doesn't technically own it.
Okay.
So, we were working with her. I was working with her, which was awesome. She's really talented, and we worked for like 3 months, and it was a great experience. But then they came in and said Pepsi was like their biggest client, and said if you're working on, because it was like an Italian soda, it was like and so Pepsi came in and said if you do this for Starbucks, because they weren't part of the brands that they really worked with at that time, so they were bringing them on, and Pepsi said, if you work on this, then you're going to lose our business. So they said, well, we probably can't do that. So at that point, I was like, I don't know, this is kind of cutthroat here, but it was great experience. Don't get me wrong. But then my grandpa was starting to, Pete was starting to deteriorate, and so my parents were like, hey, he doesn't have a lot of time. So I came back, and that's when I was approached by Rose Chancellor, who owned Acme Printing Company at the time. And at first I said no, and then I started to think, and my wife didn't love LA, and when she would come visit, so kind of started to think about life and raising kids and stuff like that. And so we moved back to McCook.
And purchased Acme Printing.
And did that, and now I sold it.
Yeah.
So
okay, and sorry,
we'll get into that later.
We'll get into that like right now. But Sadie is.
We need to hear from him.
Oh, he's coming
Yes,
next.
we do. Yeah.
But Sadie is a nurse, right?
Yes. Well, she actually went from the hospital to a nurse at the clinic now.
Okay. But when she was in California, she was also a nurse.
No, she was still in Lincoln.
Oh.
She didn't move out with me.
Oh wow!
We
And you
weren't
guys
wed
were
yet.
like, oh, okay.
What
You know?
what do you? What were the
We
quotes?
weren't.
What were the quotes
We're
for?
Catholic, so
Yep.
That came out a lot earlier than I thought it would.
I'm just saying we.
Okay. So we'll stop your story there.
Yep.
You're a business owner. Everyone think of that. Now let's just roll the mic over that way.
There we go.
Yep.
Step up.
So there I was at the
Drink.
University of Nebraska-Lincoln studying meat science.
Beautiful.
Riveting
You did so
course
good.
schedule.
You just jump on in.
Yeah.
We'll just listen.
Yep.
Let's see. Worked in Lincoln and then got an internship with Cargill in Fort Morgan, Colorado, a very large beef processing facility. That internship was great and enlightening and taught me all the reasons I didn't want to go into the industry with a year and a half left of school. And so in my senior year of college, realizing that my degree was useless because I didn't want to be in the industry, I thought, what do I do now? Applied for 7 different internships the following summer and got told no to each one except the last one, which was an internship with Rural Futures Institute at the university, which landed me in this place called McCook, Nebraska, 3 days after I married my wife on a Labor Day weekend in 2016.
Good weekend.
We lived in a house that's approximately the size of the room that we're in right now.
Been there.
On
Sounds like a great way to spend
on the
your
corner
honeymoon.
of West 5th and F, if anybody knows where that is. Shout out to Mark and D. Free. We spent the summer here with economic development.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just like putting this all together. I'm like, wait, you are just a baby, so you just like,
Yeah.
I worked down the hall from Lena and Charlie
Yep.
that summer.
oh my gosh. Okay.
So got to know them.
Met on a train.
Met on a
We
train.
met on a
Shout out to Jake and Lena Coble for what I can only describe as indoctrination into the community of McCook. Literally stranded on a train, didn't know anybody at the beginning. And one thing goes from Jake and Lena introducing us to everybody to Denise Gary, who between those two like catalytic networkers, here we are.
Here we are.
Plugged into the entirety of McCook. So over 10 weeks, got to know the community of McCook. I had one semester left of college and thought, I think economic development is where we should end up. So went looking for a couple different jobs. Nothing really matched. And had a couple conversations with people from here in town. One of them was actually Mark Graff. And Yeah, I don't think anybody knows that story.
Circling around and around.
But after a couple of those conversations with Mark in particular, felt really confident in making the move back to McCook without a job. And so we moved in January of 2017. And I was just doing contract work wherever I could pick it up with my wife's company and then doing odd jobs for economic development where I could. The then director resigned in February. And economic development asked, I think, a host of other people before they finally got to me and said, hey, do you want to be the interim director?
Oh, my
at which point I said, sure, let's give it a shot. About 2 months later, they took the interim tag off and then was the director for economic development between 2017 and 2018. So that was our second time in McCook. After 2018, we were pregnant with our first child, and we thought, holy cow, we're 5 hours away from each of our families.
I love
My
that you
wife-
say we were pregnant.
Yeah, like he did.
It's a we thing.
Okay,
I mean,
explain that to us.
I
That
just-
carry them for 9 to
yeah,
10
I
months,
mean-
who vomit with them, who
Yeah.
hurt with them, who
Yeah.
lose our physiques.
I like it.
My
though.
wife is pregnant right now, so I'm going to skip this
Good.
subject
Okay.
See,
and
safe.
move on to 2018.
Yep.
Got a job with Custer County Economic Development, so I've been in Broken Bow for the last 3 years prior to moving here, doing economic development. And then one fateful day in February, got a message from Matt Sehnert that said, hey, you want to quit your 9-to-5 and start your entrepreneurial journey? I thought he was joking, so I sent him back a text that said, ha, 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 sure, tell me more. And I got on a Zoom call, and then he kept like blasting me with
What time?
other...
What time?
This is 8:30 at night
Yeah,
on a
okay.
Tuesday in February. And I kept like
did he
egging
say,
him
do you
on.
want to quit your 9 to 5 and do a 12 hours a day? All
Well,
day?
he conveniently left that part out
Oh, I was going to say
in the text message.
Sweet of him.
So I keep begging him on, and I'm like, okay, I'll tell Alex about it. Had no intentions. And 2 days later, I found myself kind of thinking about it, and I was like, maybe I'll tell Alex. So I did, and she was pissed. But after she was pissed, she asked me what I said, and I said, well, I didn't. I just told him I'd talk to you. I didn't tell him no. Okay, let's call him. So we called Matt and Shelley Sehnert that weekend. The following weekend, we made a trip down to McCook. They spent most of the weekend convincing us not to do it, and it didn't work. And I remember, explicit warning, Matt is like on the floor reenacting some major breakdown that happened, some catering long time ago. And the story's over. Matt climbs back in his chair, and I think Shelley says, so what do you guys think? And I remember making eye contact with Alex and then looking at Matt, looking back at Alex and saying, we're going to buy this fucking bakery, aren't we?
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my
And
gosh.
So awesome.
in the span of the next 6 months, it was all of my spare time after work and then after kids went to bed was business planning, deal structure.
And so
all
for
the
those
no frill stuff.
non-area wide listeners, so they bought Sehnert's, which is
What, a third generation family? Is
Matt was the third, yeah.
generation family?
and it's just it's a bakery. It's a what's the other?
Well, I think Matt was the fourth.
Cafe.
Matt's the fourth.
Is he the fourth? I'm
It's
sorry.
just a cool place,
so
and it's also the place that's hosting just a little gathering.
Yep.
Cool. So that's awesome.
Segue
So there it is.
Yeah.
Get your tickets now.
Oh, good. Okay, so business owner moving over to the next business owner. Jared Muehlenhamp owns Acme, sells it. Headlines. What in the world?
Breaking news.
Breaking news. Haley did not
we
know.
did not know when we reached out.
As
for
we call
months. Yeah.
Jared, I need this, and this. I don't work there anymore. Tell us what
Well,
happened,
I do
Jared.
work there. It's
Well,
just
you do.
not, I'm not the role
Right.
that you need in that
I
particular
know
instance.
because I'm like I always feel like I could just call you and be like, get me some pins, buddy.
I know.
You
You
know?
can still do that, but you could just call the office.
I know, but it's just not
That's
as
not
fun
as
now.
fun.
They have text message capabilities.
No.
No, we
I
don't.
know, it's like the
I
roast
know,
of
but the fact that I
Jared's.
didn't know, Lena
That's-
didn't know either.
I didn't
though.
know either.
Yeah, I was. And
I
Lena
kept
was
wondering,
like,
where did they move to?
and then who was it that was
Well-
next to us? Oh, Jamie.
Oh yeah, Jamie Mockery.
He's like,
It's
you
he
didn't
just
know that,
Yeah.
and I'm like,
Nope.
no,
Sorry.
you just got.
I live in the suburbs.
Yeah.
It doesn't make
Yeah.
the
I live
headlines of
under
our
a
local
rock.
paper.
Okay,
Well-
so what happened, James?
So
Jared.
Shake.
Okay, what happened,
she's
Jared?
not. She doesn't like that. You're like, oh, it's not the Jake that I'm used to.
Awkward that she.
Yeah, sorry, I just
so-
keep thinking about him.
What happened with this was I was working contract work with Ben Blakey, the now owner of Acme. So it was started as 1 day a week I would be out of the office, just work on his brands. He owns like 4 different companies, and so I was working on his stuff for that day. And then the next year, he wanted me another day. And then this last year in January, he's like, okay, yeah, this has been going great. I want you another day. So that's 3 days out of a work week. And I was like, I can't do that. My things at the office were starting to slip and things were starting to fall through the cracks. And I was like, I can't do that. And I was like, the only way that would work is if you bought Acme. Just kind of as a joke. And it's sort of like he kind of hesitated there for a little bit and was just like kind of looking at me and had a smile on his face. And he's just like, what if I did buy it? I was like, okay. So then the next 3-4 months went on, and we kind of just started talking through how that would work. And business transition is never easy, but I feel like this went really well because we had a really, really strong working relationship already, and we kind of knew what to expect going into it. So I know transitions are just, you hear horror stories about different stuff, but this just seemed like it worked we look at it as a merger, really. Taking me out of the role of the things that I don't like, and I don't really like to manage people. I'm not a great manager. I love the people that I work with, but it's just I'm not that person that is really, hey, you need to do this and this way, and I take the more of the artist approach to things, like, yeah, just kind of do whatever you want and we'll figure it out, and it's really not a great way to run a business. And so he has people in place that do the books, do the HR side of things. I still handle some of the technical computer technology things and design. So I get those sort of things. I get what I'm good at. I get to do those things, and I don't have to do all the stuff that I'm terrible at. So it really works out great for us. And yeah, I'm just not the person that you text anymore for orders. It's
so sad.
We still can.
Yeah,
can still text.
Regardless, if he gets back to us.
Still though.
Can you
it's just
imagine wanting
different.
him 3 days a week though? Like, oh, Jared, I need more time or need more.
I need to see you more often.
Yeah, Jared.
And he's like, oh, 3 days is too much.
Yeah, whoa. Sounds like married. Sounds like married life.
Yeah. I mean, I see Jared 3 times a week, pretty much, picking up our kids.
Picking the kids.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think Adler bites Letty like 3 times a week.
It may or may not be true.
That's
Yeah.
I'm not exaggerating.
I had a biter, my oldest, and she's still like when she wrestles and fights, you'll see her go, and she's gonna be 11.
You know
like
what's
her instinct is.
It's funny
to, like,
though. Like Letty the other day, I think Adler got a chunk of her, and
some
He's
people's kids.
like a Mike Tyson type character.
and I was like, yeah, Adler bit Letty, and she's like, don't talk to about my friends like that, Mom. And I was like, what? Like it was just
She's taking the abuse.
yeah.
she's
She's just
dealing
like,
with
this
this
is my friend.
Negative behavior.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
He's
considering
pretty
it normal.
Yeah. So she's like,
Her daughter's a terrible parent.
Wait, what?
her
Her daughter
is a
is a terrible parent.
I don't
Her daughter.
You're knocking a child for enabling Adler's behavior. You're knocking a child for
oh, got it.
not disciplining another
yeah,
child.
Okay, yeah, sort of.
Yeah, no, but Letty was just like, yeah, don't talk about my friend like that. I'm like, he bit you.
Sometimes, friends bite.
That's
They
why
do.
they show their
Yeah.
affections.
Letty
That's how you show you
bit
care.
a lot of people there for a while.
Really?
And
Because she was getting bit.
And I love the daycare notes, and it's just like, because it
The
doesn't,
daycare.
Oh.
Oopsie.
oopsie,
Food.
yeah, or
Friends are not food or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
Whatever it is.
or
Friends.
ouch, and it's like, and how did we solve it? With an ice pack and a little snuggle.
No, it says we don't bite friends.
Yes.
We bite food or something like that. And I'm
It's
like,
great.
I feel like they've read these a lot because they know him pretty well.
And I just remember the first time Trip bit somebody, and I was like, just take him out back and give him a wapa,
Yeah.
which they can't do that. And so
Turns out they can't.
they can, but you know what's funny though? How they did this with Trip, because he was in like preschool. They made him wear a Chewy toy or whatever.
They muzzled him?
They clipped it to his shirt, and they're like, if you feel like you need a bite, you just bite onto that chew toy.
Hey, that's
And he was
kinda-
so embarrassed.
Oh,
Stop biting.
Yikes!
So they didn't do that to Adler.
It's fine. It's fine. Letty still likes Adler, so
I mean, that's
it's part of it. Okay, so anyways, you've sold the business. Okay, now scroll back over there.
You don't need
Andrew's making his own basketball team.
Yeah.
That was what I learned
Yeah,
when I
so-
first met him. Was
But
that he
okay,
wanted-
back to Andrew's got like 5 kids, one
Yep.
on the way,
Yep.
and you own a bakery.
Yep.
And all of your kids work in the sweatshop.
the dough
So far,
shop.
so good. Keep going.
Yeah.
Continue. Could you carry on?
They'll
with
be
your-
homeschooled so that they can stay in the building.
Does anybody feel how cold it's getting in here?
It feels great.
I have one eye on that temperature, yes.
Yeah. When it gets down to 65, we can make an adjustment. Is everybody okay with that?
As long as you don't mind Jared and I getting closer.
We're not.
Like,
We're pretty close.
You guys,
There's not-
You guys are touching
Almost
knees,
touching knees.
knocking knees.
oh, yikes.
Okay, so you guys own the bakery. Have a new baby on the way. Number 3, right?
Number 3.
That's exciting. And you don't have a name,
No,
and you don't know if it's a boy or a girl.
correct.
Oh my gosh! When
And
you
we
do?
ran
December.
names by Alex.
September 6th.
Oh,
We ran names by Alex and we were shut down. Kalina and or did I say Helena?
Yeah, and then I
Halika?
was like, or Laylee or something, and she's like, that
oh,
one was
that
a
one's in
winner.
a runner.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa, ouch.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Or
were
you could just
combining our names.
name baby girl Haley, spelled my way, or
Whatever. It's fine.
Lena. I don't know. I'll send out some names.
Yeah, Lena.
We'll send out
Rubina.
some names.
Meanie Weenie.
What's other
That's my
two's?
nickname.
1 and 2's name?
Older is Xander and younger is Isaiah.
I thought he was in a blackout. Like I thought he took a little while to think about it for a minute.
I
And
know,
I was like, I can help you out if you need
Number
to phone a
2
friend.
is named-
Yeah, you did. Or he was just being very
I go at
distinguished.
my pace, Lena.
Yeah, I know. See, that's what I
It's-
mean. He was being very.
Middle children are easy to forget.
Wouldn't know I'm the baby.
I
That's
am
the
a
best
middle
way.
child, yeah.
You are a middle child.
Oh, you.
It's okay. And the baby too.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
Oh.
But you turned out really good for a middle child.
Yeah, not bad. I mean, there's still
Thank you
he's still
for
very
the
young.
compliment and the qualifier.
You're welcome.
I appreciate
He's
it.
still young. There's
He
a lot
is
of
still young.
opportunity
Oh my
to go.
gosh, I just can't believe how young you are.
We met his parents.
I know.
At Sehnert.
And was that your twin brother or?
No, we're Irish twins.
Oh wow.
Okay, Jake and we argued about this whole Irish twins because our girls are 13 months apart. And so everyone has always called them Irish twins. And he goes, technically, it has to be 12 months within the same calendar year. I looked it up. That is not true. So what are the months between you and your brother?
We're 11 months apart.
Oh, my uterus just contracted.
I'm just confused how that happens.
Oh my Lord. Was one still in there swimming going, I'll just wait around for a couple months. I'm just going to swim in here until I see something that looks good. And bada boom. What? 11 months?
I was born December 6th. My brother was born November 2nd.
Your mother is a saint. And you better start being nicer to her because that is awful.
I'm just poor thing.
That's all you have is poor thing. Sweet heavens to Betsy.
I just don't.
That's like
We were
24.
both C-section, if that helps.
Okay, well, still,
stop
I don't
it.
know. After I had my children, I was like, yeah, Clay. They said it's broken for at least a year.
It probably was.
Can't do anything down
I've
there.
seen Tripp's head.
Oh my god, it hasn't changed.
Oh, 20 months. 20 months of being pregnant. You need to go ahead and answer your wife. Put her on speaker.
Hey, girl.
Hey, Sadie.
Hey, Sadie.
Love you.
Are you going to pick up?
Haley says that we have till 5:30.
Oh, the daycares love it when you guys are late. Picking up your kids.
Or
Just tell them to walk to the
Yeah.
Keystone. Call the daycare and say, send the kids towards the Keystone. It's only like
do you
6
need to
blocks.
go?
No, I'm fine. It's fine.
Okay. We'll be fast. If it gets down to it, I'll send him with Trip and Letty.
I
He's
would.
doing great.
Yes. No.
If I
you're
was the
doing
last
great.
one picking up, I would cry uncontrollably. I would ugly ball. It was
Stop
awful.
it, Lena. Stop
Parent
it.
guilt. It was the worst thing ever.
It's me.
My whole goal is to beat Haley.
That's
I
all
know,
you-
it's literally
you know
Jared
what? That
and
doesn't
I.
even need to be a goal. You know it's going to happen. You're like, well, I know
no,
I'm
no,
gonna
no.
beat Haley.
No, sometimes I'll get there. I'm like, oof, thank goodness Adler's still here.
And most of the time I'm like, oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, it's the other. Yeah.
Jacobs are still
Yeah.
there.
And like if we park at the same time, it's like,
Yeah.
It's like, who can
who's going to get there first?
One time.
Haley's
one time.
behind me, so
I was the last
give
one.
her the eye.
And the kids were like, don't ever do that to us again, Mommy. It's so sad being the last one. And that's all it did. Like, my heart broke into a million pieces.
So now you
and
pick them up at like 2:30.
No,
now
she
I go to
quit her
school
job.
with them I quit my job. The guilt, I couldn't do it any longer.
So,
Yeah.
okay, Jared, going back, you coached a little bit.
Yep.
Talk to me.
With
Us.
Holt. Yep.
With
Talked to-
Holtis?
Yep. Me and Holt. We,
Golf, or what did you guys coach together?
Where were you not
Baseball.
at our podcast?
You
When
weren't there.
Were you not interviewing him?
I am just acting excited,
Oh,
Lena.
I'll play along too. With Holtis?
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh, golf?
So
I didn't
fun.
know.
Continue.
Crazy. Oh my god.
What did
So,
you guys coach?
Yeah, so we coach baseball for junior Bs, which is I don't even know I don't know what age kids are these days.
Is that 15, 16?
Yeah, no, like 14, 15.
Oh yeah, I was really
I
off.
can't. Well, that year it's a doozy. So yeah, we did that because Holt's like, "Hey, do you want to help me coach?" And I was just, dumb enough to actually coach.
It's like my arm still really hurts, but I'll give her a go.
Yeah, I
He
could.
just wanted me to throw bullpens. That's,
Oh my gosh.
I mean, batting practice and
Yeah.
teach the kids how to throw your arm out.
Did you wear a sling the whole time? You're like, this is what not to do.
He probably had it KT taped up, like.
I did. I was like,
Yeah.
and we're like just cut off on
Smells-
the outside so people can see it.
Smelled like icy hot.
college
Some biofreeze.
Icy hot and pine tar. That was.
gosh.
yeah.
Oh, gosh.
How was that?
So
Yeah,
no,
how
that's
many years?
good.
How many years did you coach?
Just 2 years.
Don't say just,
Well,
because that's a long commitment. We learned about
it is.
like
It's so doing the whole coaching thing and owning a business is definitely a difficult task just because especially around this area you have to travel a long ways to get anywhere, and so our games were at like 5, so I'd have to take off at like 1 or 2 and travel, and so again I was getting to the point where I was like, if I needed, and it wasn't a very long season, but it was still just taxing on sometimes during the, you'd really need to get this job or that job done, so we'd get back, and then I'd have to try to wake up early, and it was getting to be too much, so.
that's probably why he sold the business. He's ready to get back at it. Put it in the old coach's
Coaching?
cap. Yeah,
Good idea.
yeah.
Here we go.
I
Maybe.
think
You guys could coach some girls basketball. No, okay.
we always
Okay.
we are always looking for volunteer assistants for MCC volleyball.
You know what?
I don't.
Junior high volleyball needs some.
I
Yeah,
don't
some good
know
pep.
anything about volleyball.
It's not. See, we just told Mr. Gross the same thing. It's not about knowing anything. It's just about team.
Team.
Yep.
It's all about team. Yeah, and just being nice to each other.
What other sports did you play besides? What did you play in high school? Like, did you play
Football.
Just so football.
Football. I played basketball till like 8th grade. Or
Way
whatever.
too much running there.
Well, it
Oh,
really wasn't
come on.
the running. I just really wasn't good at defense. I was pretty decent at shooting, but I was like, I'm really not about trying to guard someone. So
I don't even.
I was like,
know
I
what
don't think I'm gonna make it too far here.
Okay.
Coach, can I just go in like every possession and just go shoot and then go back on the bench?
Oh my
That's not how that works.
Do you ever see yourself coaching again?
Oh, baseball, sure.
Mm-hmm.
But probably not for a while.
Not until Adler's up there.
Yeah, till he's, I don't know, dad's pitch or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I won't personally coach him because I don't believe that that's a good.
Every parent
Thing.
says that.
I know.
Around
That's,
here,
I say it too,
I'm
but then
not.
Lena's like, someone's got to step up.
someone's got to step up.
Do you want to do it, or do you want old
Just
Susie
saying.
Q that doesn't know what she's doing do it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
So
I mean, usually that's how a lot of them get
Yeah.
into coaching is because your kid needs a coach. Or when you sign your kid up, there's a spot down on the bottom that says, would you be willing to volunteer as a coach? And even if you click no, you still get the call because everybody else clicked no too. And then they say, come on, it's not that big of a commitment. It's a pretty easy gig. And you're sucked in for life.
I would coach him at like a juniors, seniors level. I'm not great. I'm patient most of the time, but when it comes to like baseball, I'm not patient. It's hard.
Because he played a level.
Junior B's was hard for me as well because I expect them to know things and they don't know them,
No,
and
yeah,
I'm
they
supposed to
don't.
teach them, and
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not
okay,
very good at breaking it down at a level.
right.
Like I know it, but if I can't, I'm not very patient.
From the sounds of it, I don't think Jared would be very good at like camps, like little kid. Like if you were to come to Itsy Bitsy Spiker Camp tomorrow,
I could do like an art camp.
Oh, Celia
know?
needs an
Because
art.
you
I
really
need an
don't
art
speak
cap.
there.
Cap.
You're just
Yeah.
like,
Camp.
follow my hand.
Just
Can you draw? Can you color and stuff?
Yeah, that's what I was good at drawing, so I went into art.
I have one of those, so I need somebody to mentor them. Because obviously I can't draw anything. So
You could be a tattoo artist in your
And I-
spare time now. Sorry,
Oh,
I'm just,
that's where he got his dragon.
I
See the
know.
tail of the dragon
I'm just
hanging
thinking.
out
I'm
on
just,
the
I
edge.
just feel like,
He could design our matching tattoos.
yes, we would
Yeah.
like.
matching tattoos.
Yeah.
Or we say that.
It's gonna happen.
One's the top half of the dragon, the other's the bottom.
Okay.
Oh, if we put our elbows together, it needs to make a picture.
Yes.
That is good. I like
Yeah, I
that.
know.
we could. That I like. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Sorry, I feel like. So what are you doing right now? Sorry.
So I did do design. I'm a design and brand manager.
Still.
Still.
Brand.
Just not for-
Okay. Wait. How can you be brand manager when you say you don't like to manage people?
Yeah.
Are you
I
just
manage
managing
people? So brands are like
Oh,
logos
yes,
and
yes, I
design
got it.
entities and assets.
I walked
and
into that
all
one.
that
Yes,
stuff.
I understand now.
They don't talk back or anything.
No.
Right. Okay.
Nope. Got it.
Pretty nonverbal.
This is so much fun. Andrew, step up to the mic, please. So you were in and out of McCook, which I've never met you until you owned Sehnert's, which is fun. A few questions. One, how did you meet this guy? Like, when did you guys decide to become?
I feel like
Sorry, that
Sarge. I feel
wasn't
like
good. When did you guys
Sarge
decide to
is-
be friends?
I gotta shut the air off.
I feel like that hand motion
Yeah.
was not. Anyway, what was the question again?
When did you two become buddies?
Oh, I don't really know. So
Is it because like you were like
when
down
I
the
was-
road from each other?
when I
and-
was an intern, I basically went around to most businesses and introduced myself. And this was probably not long after he bought Acme.
Year and a half, I think.
And I remember walking up to the old Acme,
Great Plains Communication.
Okay.
and
Yep.
I was looking for the owner or manager, and he walked out. It's like, oh, I can speak regular plain English to you. And so I introduced myself. I don't think
How
there
do you
was
talk
any
to me
other.
then? I feel like
Well,
There's some lingo.
We went to a chamber mixer at Viero.
I forgot about that. Chamber mixer at Viero, which happens to be next to Nick's Distribution. And Nick's Distribution does mix and match 6-packs. So we were the only two people that stayed at Viero for more than an hour.
And
And
this is when I was on chamber board.
okay.
So, like,
Wouldn't there be a reason like you wouldn't? I mean, it's a mixer. It's not an
Yeah.
all nighter. It's not a
Yeah, it's
bender.
just
It's a.
I mean, is it?
Well, you guys made it something
Well,
different. but
McCook doesn't have a lot of events.
oh, they do. There you are.
They do
September
now.
9th.
They are September 9th.
Sorry.
Sell some tables.
Don't forget to get your table.
You had to bring.
Shameless plug.
How do you bring your own booze to a mixer?
we did. We left the mixer, got our own 6-packs each. I feel like that's important.
And what?
And
Sat
then
in
we
a
sat
parking
on the
lot?
curb in the Viero parking lot drinking the beer.
That is
until-
adorable.
Is it?
Oh my gosh, you too. Is that when you guys were like exchange numbers and?
We did.
What do you do? Yeah. How do you become
I'm
friends?
just so confused, Lena. Could you just
Yeah.
Well, we went to a mixer. I got a 6-pack. You got a 6-pack. Mine was gluten free, and then we sat on a curb and
Yeah.
we.
Gluten free.
It's
Yes,
a thing. Okay.
It's a thing.
Like, did you but did you exchange numbers? Did you say,
Yeah,
I'll
like,
call
what'd you
you?
do? What'd you guys talk about
wanna
sitting
meet?
on that
Oh,
curb?
you know what they did? I know what they did. From that moment, they said, you want to go for tacos on Tuesday and not invite Lena Coble, and then do it a lot of Tuesdays and still not invite her, but tell her about it every time?
Okay. That's what
That's
happened.
what happened.
I love that they're not even speaking. Okay. Just tell us what happened. What happened on the curb?
The Lena and Haley show.
Keep going, Lena. You were really close.
No, I've talked to my therapist about this. I'm fine. I'm over it. You know what? Tacos Tuesday became
Like
this.
you are.
Yeah.
I'm not now because it's fresh.
So you guys,
I can smell the
that's so
salsa
cute,
from
though.
here.
You guys sat, drank a 6er,
And
and then what?
talked community stuff. I think that was most of it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Just
We had a vision of how to save McCook.
Tell us all.
tell
about
us.
I mean, it doesn't need saved.
No.
I'm just
It. Oh, okay, I didn't know if there was a
Right.
T-shirt
Oh,
that
okay.
we're supposed
No.
to
I
get.
know.
Visions of grandeur. And
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I appreciate that. Appreciate game changers, people that are
Yes, wanting to
willing
take over.
yeah, and then step up to the plate, like we talked about before.
Lena, you need to get closer to the mic.
Well, my voice
Thank
usually
you.
carries
I know. Just want to make sure.
because through those conversations, we have a council member in the room. Oh, yeah. Okay. Anyway,
What?
moving
A
on.
what?
A city
Jared's
councilman.
a city council member.
Oh, I knew
of
that. I saw
Yeah.
those signs everywhere.
And then Sehnerts, they hold events, do
Yeah,
great
do
things.
fun things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're changers.
Sell the best granola.
Oh my gosh.
So
I
good.
go in to just get a coffee with her and I was like, do you want him to bring out like a box so you can carry all your goodies? She grabbed everything on the shelf.
Well, yeah, I always take all the sticky granola. If there's like 5, I'll buy all 5.
I've never even tried it.
Can you get like a discount?
That's a good idea. Can I get the Copes a discount on granola?
Actually, you know what? They're both going to be our
you
first.
have to pay
They're going to be our
50%
first sponsors.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They
yeah.
are. I don't know what Jared's.
I don't know what he's doing. No,
Yeah.
he said he's going to do all of our
Buy a
free.
table. What do you
He's going to buy a
I
table
meant
and he's
into our
doing all of our free
podcast.
marketing. Remember, we need
True. Yeah, we do
talked
need a
about
little help.
this.
Yeah, with that.
talked about
maybe
this.
discounted marketing?
Hurtful. Is it a good idea to take your pictures in an alley by a dumpster? When
Yeah.
you're
Did you see my little thing that I
Did you
did
see our
about our
poster?
event?
You have a poster?
Okay, that's awkward.
You didn't, Jared.
On your Facebook page?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter.
there's going to be one
Just
in the back
find
of your
one.
vehicle that's going to
Yeah.
be taped.
I'm
yeah,
just-
if you could make us a couple vinyls of those, and we'll put them on some vehicles around
That'd
town.
be great.
What is that? What it's called? A vinyl?
I don't know.
Or is that a
Or
record?
a magnet? Could you just be
Magnet?
a magnet?
Yeah.
I mean, you could do it.
So okay, never mind. I won't even have you critique that. But that photo looked like a professional did it.
I would agree.
I would
You
agree.
never saw it. Andrew, don't you think those photos turned out pretty good?
You were there,
You were there.
creeper, creeping in the alley.
Why didn't you take it by some dumpsters?
Oh, it was a cool background.
Yeah.
Cool angle.
And we didn't have anyone around.
I'm
so
just
we-
gonna send it the photo to
Didn't
you.
have anybody around, but I walked up, and it seemed like
We
Haley was really energized by getting the angle she did from
I think the word is
the
jazz.
the
Yeah,
piece
jazz.
of metal
Yeah.
jutting out from the dumpster.
Yeah. She was pretty excited with herself.
was
Yeah. She
super
was like,
excited.
I'm
So-
amazing.
Yeah, no, that was fun to watch.
What, Andrew, if you could coach something, what would you coach?
Basketball.
Yes. Talk to me. I'll be your assistant.
Okay.
No. I mean, yeah, I'm really good. Okay. So who else? Who am I doing a free throw contest with? Joel Otterburn?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay.
How many out of 10 would you make?
I know.
9.
That's the poster. I've sent it to you now. So
Really?
that also gives a phone
would
number
really
to
make-
Sehnert's in case you
Yes.
don't know somebody, Jared.
Okay. Well,
Why
we'll
are
still do it.
Why is there a thinker and a stinker?
You know what? Every pose, I'm doing this. And I was like, really? We couldn't come up with something? Excuse me, but Andrew and I are talking about having a
sorry.
free
Jared
throw
and I are
contest. It's a separate conversation. You guys...
You guys can just text each other since you're both holding your
Yeah,
phones.
yes. You don't even have to. Okay, so we're gonna set this up because Conroy already did the pitching thing. We're gonna do the free throw thing,
Yeah.
and then the loser will have to do something.
I'm good with it.
Yeah,
Let's
okay.
go for the drinks again because I'm really ready for a round.
I really
Drinks.
the cold brew
It's really
at
good.
Sehnert's is the bomb.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good. I'm really in love.
So I'm really concerned about Adler right now because I want to make sure he has it right.
So
Is your-
wife just texted me.
When she said,
"Hey, if you haven't got him yet, I'll go get him."
okay, good. Do that. I just texted.
Is she supposed to be?
Could you tell her to get mine too?
So you're saying we can go for the record. We can go for the belt of longest podcast so far.
We can,
Oh.
and the latest pickup because is she already heading over?
I mean, she's not coming here.
I know, but is she heading over to get them now?
Yeah, well, that was like
I don't
10
want-
minutes ago.
I don't
know
want
people
the good
probably
things
want to
that
know.
we
So
do
we're
in here.
talking about just in case people are like, what are they talking about? So Jared Muehlenhamp, his little boy Adler, goes to the same daycare as my children, Trip and Letty, and Letty and Adler are in the same class. That's
Best
why
friends.
best friends
That bite.
So
that
close
bite. I don't know.
I don't know
I'm,
if it's
I'm
they.
not gonna lie.
I
Let's
don't-
talk about this biting thing. Adler,
Yeah, he's good at it.
he's like he'll leave
He's
marks.
a lamb.
He is.
Land piranha. Cool.
Who's texting you?
I can't say because I don't know when this is going to
Okay,
air.
so now that
but
we have more time, could
Yeah.
you please look at our poster?
I looked at it.
Doesn't that photo look professional?
Yeah.
that was, you know what?
Yeah.
Yes.
In that translation.
I mean, I think the self timer did really well on that.
Yeah. Yep.
And since you wouldn't do any of our posters, I had to just do this on Canva. Thank the Lord for Canva.
I don't even know. That sounds like a
Yeah,
foreign language.
Canva's a great
It is.
tool.
Is that what you use? And then you
No.
just charge?
No.
It is too.
We use InDesign, Illustrator, and Photoshop. mostly.
Beautiful.
She used
And-
Photoshop too and bricked over one of my fingers.
Oh.
It looked real.
Yeah, because one of the
classy.
photos, she's like,
That's not true. I was like this, and she bricked
I
the
was
one.
there. That's true.
Yeah,
It was. I know. And I was like, Lena, this is a family show.
yeah, no.
No one knows what this means, though. You know what I mean?
Well, I know that's the fun part about it, not being videoed.
Use your imagination.
That's right. There's a lot of things. Never mind.
Goodness. So I'm trying to think what else we could talk about.
This chair
Okay.
is like, have you sat, your vinyl seat when you start sweating? This
Lena,
is
could
literally.
you please get next to the mic?
I am close enough. It's like a suction
Why
cup.
don't-
Like
there's
my
a
butt.
chair here.
Oh no, that one squeaks like your bed when you were in.
Stop it.
Yep.
Stop it.
When you're moving furniture.
That's what I was doing.
Andrew, what's been like the hardest thing running a business here in McCook? At the age of 22. Or however old you
Yeah.
No, it was a good shot. I appreciate it.
23.
He was born in
Flattered.
'94. Do the math.
My gosh, so young.
I know.
So young.
I think.
Most difficult part so far.
Some background music.
You know,
please?
the silence, I can feel each of you sweating in the midst of all
You
the
can
sounds.
feel my sweat droplets.
So probably the most difficult part has very little to do with the community as much as like more pressure we've put on ourselves because of the nature of the business. One of the, big intimidating factors in buying Sehnert's was we were buying Sehnert's, like 65 years of history in the community of McCook, a family that's not only built a business but helped build the community as it is.
Right.
And we're strangers. No history in McCook other than what dates back to 2016. And there are people that have been regulars at Sehnert's for longer than both my wife and I have been alive. So all of the history, tradition, and trying to balance that with what we wanted to bring to the business and what we want to build inside the business for our employees, for our customers, for the community. It's really hard to
Right.
to try and do all of that and hey, go be a husband and a father and try and be a friend sometimes.
And Jared, you probably had the same thing.
Oh, yeah. Just
Yeah.
life work balance is very difficult. I know when I first took over, I was working till like 10, 11 o'clock every night and hardly seeing my wife. And I was like, why did I move away from LA? Like, I was trying to be a little bit less stressed, and now I'm feeling even more pressure. And then you get into that, and then just managing people for me was really difficult. So then I'm worried about what they think, and and it's just this whole thing that, and then you're worried about one bad customer says this about you, and then you're just thinking about that for weeks. And
Yeah, for sure.
but then you have the huge support of the community too, and so it's like you only remember the bad things though sometimes, and that was hard for me to you have a really bad day and then not just leaving it there, and then you bring it home, and then that creates a stressor at home, and it's difficult. Like a lot of people are like, oh, it must be nice to own a business and stuff like that, and sometimes it's like you have no idea.
For sure.
So ever since I've gotten sold the business, it's kind of a weight off of my chest as far as like I feel like I can do more things outside of work, and it's a little bit freeing, but I don't have the flexibility of like I can just kind of leave and not worry about how many vacation days I have. So there's a give take for everything, but there's definitely a huge weight on your shoulders when you own a business in a small town, for sure. And so people, a lot of times, I'd be that person too when I was, oh, that must be nice having that much money. But then you look at them and like their life, I'm sure they spend most of it at work. And so it's difficult, for sure.
Well, the fabric of our small towns is, like self-employed or like like created businesses. And so for both of you, what would you say to that person who's young, moved back to the area, starting a family, and they want to open a business? Like, what advice would you give them?
I kind of touched on it, but figuring out how to shut it off when you get home and be present with your wife or kids and things like that. Because it's a huge stressor, and you see a lot of people get divorced that own businesses and things, like it's
What does
pretty
that
high.
what does that mean though when you say be present? Like what do you physically have to do, or what did you find yourself having to do?
Like literally just have to like figure out how to block it out. Like and it's not easy. I never was good at it. So it's just you come in. It's very rewarding if you can do it, because I know a lot of people that do that and they take time for themselves. But you have to schedule that. Like you have to know, all right, I'm going to schedule these meetings or whatever, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to work on the business till this time, and when I'm done, I'm done. Like I'm not even going to answer questions outside of work about that, because you would go out and then be like, how's business? And this is like, don't really want to talk about that right now,
Right.
And so that's the hardest part of it for me. I can't speak to everyone, but I've heard that a lot too, the work-life balance, and I don't know. I mean, I guess Andrew can touch on what he's experienced with that.
And this is why I always think, like, with our podcast, like it's called coaching. Coaching is the same as business owners, and it's like all under the same thing. Like you're managing, you're doing, listening to everybody else say what they have to say about you. And like you said, hearing like one bad customer say something, you take that home and you think about that instead of like all the other people that you made happy. It's the same thing as coaching. Like you have one player that that you hurt, and it's just like, that's the only player that you think about, but yet think of all the other great business that you did. And I think it's very hard coaching business owners. And I think it's one day you'll figure it out. And then it's like, okay, those people don't matter. Those are the keyboard Karens that they're going to throw out everything that they have online and say what they say, but they're not going to do anything to help change it. Andrew?
Amen. Mm-hmm. That was awesome.
Are you the same way as Jared? Like if I went into you and I was complaining about your sandwiches or whatever, like can you hold on to it, or are you just like one angry customer?
So I think being able to discern like what's fact and what's emotion. I mean, emotion, I feel confident enough that like we can have a conversation and you can be furious about like your sandwich was incorrect when it came to your table, and that's fine. And you and I, our conversation is part being I see that. I recognize that you're frustrated because you expected this and you didn't get it. Mm-hmm. And I want to validate you can feel that feeling, and I can still try and get information. Stuff I can take back to the kitchen and be like, okay, where was the breakdown? Was it something from register to here? So what I've learned in my short lifetime is separating those two things. And if you can separate those two things, it gets much easier, because if you don't figure out what's fact and what's emotion, you're going to sit there and wonder, was it this?
True.
And you're going to sit there and quarterback and think, gosh, I have no idea.
Right.
And you didn't go ask the big questions that mattered to say that, okay, I figured it out, which means tomorrow I can go back and do X, Y, Z to fix the issue. And then I can go to, person A and say, hey, we figured this out. And we've had issues that were over the last year that we've had to say, hey, we messed up. And I can tell you where the error was, but that's not important. The important thing is we told you we would do this thing. We didn't do that to the quality that we expected or that you expected, and we want to make it right. How do we do that?
Bigger cups. Oh, was he talking about? Oh, okay. Sorry.
I was going to say, okay, I saw him with that one, and I literally was like,
yeah,
what?
When you're owner, you can take the biggest cup.
Yeah.
That is like a slap in the face.
That's cool, though. It's fine.
Is it?
Well, I had to walk up here, and I just needed a little extra to get up the hill.
Oh, God. Tell me about it.
Okay, since we're getting to that point where you guys is the longest episode, and if you guys don't listen to this full episode of your own episode,
At
I'm going to be very angry.
Whatever speed.
But you still have to listen to it to see what you sounded like.
You're not going to remember once you walk out of here, Jared, what you said.
Because this isn't going to be like played on Tuesday. This is like...
Oh, I know that
Yeah.
I'm getting the pets right.
Okay. Anyway, so if you have listened to our episodes, we play a little game called Lena Says. So I hope you came with something.
Lena says.
Yeah. Jared Muehlenhamp.
When did you start this?
We have done this since
The beginning.
Lena's been here.
Yep. That beginning.
So There we go. See, look at. So remember that telegraphic
It's
memory.
like,
or
so
whatever?
does this.
Yeah.
So what it is, it's you give Lena a scenario,
Yeah.
Scenario?
Yep.
and
one
it
of
could
those.
be fact or fictional, your choice. If there's somebody in the room, like if you don't want to use somebody's name, like try to use a
Yeah.
code name
Yep.
for them. Any kind of advice that you would like from the expert, Lena, she'll give it to you.
Life,
this
life
make
advice.
sense?
Yep.
No,
Nope.
it's part of the podcast.
So like a scenario of.
Yeah,
which-
just scenario,
so
and then so you're gonna be like,
it's like Nostradamus?
yeah, and I'm gonna say Lena says, and then she's gonna give you her advice.
Wisdom.
You can think about it for a little bit if you want Lena and I to talk, and we can just.
I don't
do you
understand
need
how
time?
it's so hard.
I don't know either, but
Go ahead.
Why?
Why?
I feel like the most difficult thing is which Lena do we get giving us advice?
oh, so this is
For,
like
for
this,
two individuals that
okay,
know Lena.
Lena. So this is like
that
Lena.
means.
That's like you don't know this Lena because she's like professional and respectful, and she doesn't get like all dirty Jake on you. Like she'll just give you like a straight answer, like really good advice. Not
Dirty
like
Jake on you? That's a thing?
yeah,
Dirty Jake Lena.
dirty Jake Lena. Yeah, no, she'll be like really professional,
Oh, yeah.
which you guys have. I know you've never
Like a
seen that
life
side of her.
coach.
Yeah, like a life coach. Lena.
She laughed after she said that.
That would be a great shirt.
That would be. We'll put that on our
Yeah.
shirts.
Yeah. That could be one of our
Life
episodes.
coaching.
We'll just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
Jared,
Scenario.
come up with something.
What if you have 2 kids at home and a third one on the way, and
Been there.
and then
Totally made up scenario,
you
though.
take your kids out of daycare,
Uh-huh.
and like how would you manage
Lena says.
that? And you're also, by the way, also a business owner, and then your wife is what, 8 months pregnant?
Lived it. Sort of ish.
Wait, do we know this? I know this person.
Oh,
No, this is a made up.
I literally
this
was
is,
like,
let's call him Mandrew. Mandrew
You-
Tanbreeze.
you
Should we call him that?
you relish in the moment of their youth and you enjoy that time with them. And like I know it's a crazy time.
Why are you looking at me? I don't know. You're talking about Mandrew
I know we're making up.
Tanbreeze. Straight up.
Well, because it's good to make eye contact with the person that asked you the question.
Oh, okay.
Oh, hurtful.
Is this-
You can look at me.
Thank you. I had 3 under 3. I had 3 in diapers. And it was shortly after that I decided to stay home.
And turn into Mama Nana Lena.
Nana Lena. Also
Or you could
Mama
hire
Lena.
Nana Lena.
Nope, I'm a
Mandrew.
librarian now.
Okay, just kidding.
Unless
Continue.
you just want to drop them off at the library. And you relish in it. They're only little for a short time, and it's so fun. And you've got your husband's got a great gig, you know.
And I guess I add in if like they can knit or anything. I'd probably have them at work.
Oh yeah, they can sweep. They
Sweeping.
can push a broom.
They're short, so they could sweep on the like.
Oh
the
yeah,
cracks.
yeah.
Or what they could do, they could fix like where that one table is like a little whoppy.
Oh yeah,
They
get
Whoppy? Is Whoppy a thing?
I don't know if that one's
Wobbly.
wobbly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go.
Yeah, I just put them to work.
Yeah,
They
I
can
would
be
too.
Part of the family.
Yeah, that's what I do with mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, taking care of the chickens.
Yeah, I think just don't sweep a small slum.
Yeah,
Sorry, this
don't-
is Lena says.
So
Yeah.
another thing, I know you touched on potty training
Kick him outside.
because that's what. So Adler, we're
Go outside.
Go outside.
Naked outside. Naked outside all the time. My kids go to the bathroom outside more
Do
than they
like
do
social
inside.
services ever get?
Oh,
called?
you live in town. Oh.
It's
Oh my
different.
gosh. Okay, we clearly don't drop off at the same time, Jared. But this is how bad my country kids are. We'll get there, and I'm getting Letty out. Trip's already out, peeing on the sidewalk.
Yes.
And he's like, "Can't make it to the door, Mom." And I'm like, and it's not like a quick zip go. It's like, okay, come on, Trip. Come on, Trip. And he's like,
It's
still
like,
going, still going.
League of Their Own.
Country
Oh,
kids like
yes.
country kids like to come
Yeah.
into town and mark their territory, like
Yeah,
what
so-
territory. They're like, I've been here. My girls were all in the swimming pool, and every single one of them got out of the pool, took a dump outside of the pool, and then just
Mine have
got
never,
right back in.
Mine have never done that.
They will. They will poop somewhere in public. Yes, they will. It will happen.
Yes, they will.
Okay, Letty did. Letty has. I'm not
Okay,
gonna lie.
see? Yeah,
Okay, Letty has.
exactly.
Trip never did, but he'll pee everywhere.
Potty train. Go outside.
Yeah, just do it. It's
Go
fine.
outside, even
Yeah.
with neighbors.
We've never.
It's
We've.
fine.
I mean, we are at the daycare drop off. I mean, I think everybody.
Or
at
put them in
daycare-
their undies outside. Like I can't imagine that's going to be a very comfortable feeling. Like just being in your underwear and doing whatever. because like diaper or pool's a little different. But if you're in your underwear outside and you just pee them, yeah, that's can't or poop them.
After this, I'm gonna tell my wife just put them outside.
Put them outside.
Send him to
Like all night. Just
Send
leave
them
them outside all night.
That's
Cobes
fine.
of
We
boot
did.
camp.
It worked. It worked.
Cobes of poo camp.
yes.
Oh my god.
Bad
Next.
jokes.
Go.
Okay, next.
Okay, that was good. All right.
Oh, he's.
Oh, here we go.
He's stretching.
So Lena,
Yes.
so there's an individual
Uh-oh.
raising a small child, and has had very little culture, if any, so far, such that he can't name hardly a Disney movie at all.
Okay. Great parenting.
You're hoping to raise a well-rounded young man. What
So do I.
Sounds like a real beep.
now?
Carrot.
Now Disney movies aren't for everybody, but
But
what
they are.
Let's just talk about Disney as a parent. Like what good is there
In this
in
community,
searching
Lena
for
says
longtime Disney movies?
get a VCR. Okay, all you got to do. Every grandma in town has about 20 Disney movies on VCRs. Well, I'll find you one.
You know
Lena
what?
says, get your life together.
or get Disney Plus.
Get Disney.
Disney Plus.
Get Disney Plus.
Yeah.
What
You
are you
have
doing?
Disney Plus.
Well, what are
Then
you
what are you
watching
doing?
on
What
there?
Cars, Toy Story, like what is
Okay,
that one?
you know,
with
what
the,
happens
What's
the
the
house
no,
that's
What's
magical?
what's the dog's name on Toy Story?
Slinky. Come on.
No,
No.
the dog that chews up the toys.
oh.
Yeah, Andy's dog.
Yeah.
Not Andy's dog. The neighbor's dog.
Oh.
Oh.
The
one that chews up all the.
Spike.
Oh crap!
I
He
think
got
it's
it.
Spike.
I
It
think
is
Time
it's
out though.
Spike.
I don't.
Okay, then let's
So
talk about
Andy's
Andy's dog.
Yeah.
Do
You're
you know?
not as smart as you think you are.
Yeah, good job, Andrew.
Of course, Andrew knows.
Toy Story dog. You know,
Do baseball players take hits to the head? Like that makes
so
it incapable
I guess,
for.
I don't know.
He's Buster.
Oh, you
'Cause he
did you
mouthed
lip? Did you mouth it to him?
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm surprised you didn't say mustard. Mustard.
literally about this man.
No, the first one was about you.
Yeah, I'm just
No, okay, but
Oh.
so my concern with Andrew's, Lena says, is like I'm not concerned about said person's small child. I'm concerned about
Said person?
the father.
I know.
Like he needs to go back.
But we don't know what's the father.
We don't know. Yeah, it's,
I actually said that to my wife, and she was, he acts just like you.
I'm like, I think this man needs like a Disney movie, like a Disney movie night where he like.
Yes, we'll send him a list. We're going to send you a list, and within 4 months from
4
today,
months.
we're going to give you some time. You're busy. Right? Is that enough time? Or two? Are
You
we
shouldn't send him the list. You should send his wife the list.
All right.
That's true.
Yeah, and it's all.
She probably knows him.
We'll start texting her right now. If you get the answers in time, we'll.
I'm just so concerned. Like
It's like you named like 4 movies that are not even
4?
good.
it was.
How do you know if they're not good?
What?
You haven't seen them.
What about
You're
this
like-
one? Here we go.
you're like,
Here we go.
my life is
I have
Paw
one
Patrol.
that I didn't ask you. What is the fish's name on The Little Mermaid? This movie is epic.
Epic. Yeah, I am too.
I was thinking Nemo, but that's a different movie.
You are in the wrong era.
Oh my god.
Ask me what happens like
No,
in
no.
the movie
these are-
Major League, and
No.
I can give you
That
any.
is no.
These are like
These are all
You
kids
started
movies.
to
Yeah,
sound
these
it
are
out.
the
You were
movies that we
sounding it out.
watched as
You were going,
children.
I was out riding my bike when
You
I was
were
a kid.
not.
Yeah, well, I literally, yeah. Yeah, I was one of those. I'm 95 years old. Okay?
Oh my god.
Think about.
I
No,
spent
don't
most of my
change the
ti-
subject. You're changing the
My
subject.
parents were so poor that we just like literally had to make like own fun, like play in the backyard. They're like, yeah, just go eat dirt and ride your bike, and we don't care. Don't come.
Yeah.
Yes. And
How? We don't have we didn't have a dirt house. Dirt
Well, you
floor
said you were
house.
really poor.
did you?
I
you,
mean,
you-
Saw
I
it.
know
We
you
were not
at least had a
like-
VHS
Yeah.
back
Little
Little
then
house on the prairie.
because
This is not a
DVDs
sod
were coming
house.
out.
I'm just saying,
Okay, give him one more. There's got to be one
like
more.
not a kid movie.
Yes.
How about that?
That's, no.
What about okay? What about?
us to ask you about?
What about?
Redemption?
Well, I think Disney movie wasn't Brink.
Brink.
That was a Disney movie.
Disney Channel original movie. Brink. Come on.
Brain.
Never.
What?
What is
No.
this?
Oh, Team Pup and Suds? Get
tables have turned.
get out of here.
Suds versus X-Blades.
Yeah,
What?
They're making stuff up.
I don't know
They're
what
making- you know
they're
they're
definitely.
making stuff
Yeah,
up.
look at them.
you're gonna have like
Yeah.
a whole bunch of Brink fans call in after this.
Every
be like,
90s kid that listens to this and knew about Disney Channel original movies.
oh yeah, and Johnny Tsunami.
Oh, I watched Johnny Tsunami.
That's the same time period.
But I know, but like, what? I'm just confused. Like, how did you not watch like?
Oh,
Okay.
like
on the
Bambi, like
okay,
a
Fox and the
Lion
Hound.
King,
Fox
Bambi.
and the Hound. Fox. Yeah, I didn't see Fox and the Hound.
Yeah, Fox and the Hound.
What was
Yeah.
the name? What were their names? The Fox.
I mean, I
and the
like
Hound.
watched it one time. When I
You
was,
did not watch it one time. Everyone's watched it more than once, even you.
I don't know about that. We
I
didn't.
disagree.
Okay, have you? Do you know their names?
No, I don't.
Sorry, you said League of Their Own though. We could ask you any
Yeah.
questions of those.
Yeah.
Did you know that there's coming out with another
Yeah,
one?
I know.
And
See, like I watched because my parents were like, "Oh, you have terrible taste."
Andrew's really upset because he doesn't know the answer of Fox and the Hound.
I'm still confused that he doesn't know the fish's name in Little Mermaid.
I thought you were
Flounder.
gonna
Who told you?
it is.
yes.
Oh!
No, he was starting to. He goes flew, and then
Yeah, I know,
just
he's like-
froze.
He's
But I
like
wasn't-
Whooper.
I was gonna say Clownder.
Copper
the
and
first time.
Todd. Copper and
Yeah,
Todd.
Copper and
Fox
Todd.
and the Hound.
Yeah.
Andrew didn't know, and he was really upset about it because I could tell.
You just
Don't
said
you guys-
yeah. You just acted
Somebody
like you
picking
knew
up
it.
your children?
My children?
Yeah.
Yes, I sent them
So
with somebody else.
we just didn't watch a lot of animated movies. My sister is 5 years older than me, and like
Excuses.
pretty much watched whatever they were watching because I was until I got bigger, and then I could beat them up, you know. And then I was a force to be reckoned with.
I can tell. He seems lethal, doesn't he?
Really tough. I was a really tough guy.
Okay.
I think it's time to wrap this up.
Yeah, it is. Oh, this is definitely the longest
Before
episode
Angry Jared comes
ever.
out.
So
Busted
we always
mics.
finish 2 questions. I'm going to give you guys one.
Oh.
What's your favorite caffeine?
Coffee.
Like
Just
coffee.
I do pour over.
Oh, you're fancy. Okay.
Hoity-toity. I make my coffee.
It's
Oh,
beautiful.
do you have to use special
Small
water
batch.
too? I bet you don't use water
I
out of your
use
faucet.
reversed osmosis
Oh,
water.
that's
Yeah, good. I
special.
would do that too if I
Yeah.
lived here.
Ooh, go.
Nothing against it.
Well, something.
Andrew, how do you take your caffeine? Oh my gosh, you too.
I was so concerned where it was going.
Me too. I did too.
Go ahead.
I'm spoiled that I get to have espresso at whatever point I
Yeah.
need it. So there was a time during the holidays. I think I averaged like 6 shots of espresso a day
Doesn't seem like a bad thing.
in one form or another.
Yeah, wow.
In one form or
But I
another.
backed off.
That's
Okay.
beautiful. What should be our last question? Or what are you guys watching? Let's
Yeah,
a few more
I think-
questions.
yeah.
What are you guys watching right now currently?
Not Disney movies.
Obviously.
Clearly.
No, we watch tons of Disney movies.
Oh, I'm just waiting to hear what you're watching now because I'm judging.
Like
Yeah.
if it was our stuff to watch.
If you and Sadie.
So like we just got done with Stranger Things,
Oh,
Okay,
God.
okay.
and then
I just started it. It's pretty good. It's very weird, but it's good.
we also watch Ozarks.
Oh,
Yes,
God,
I like
so
it.
sad.
Not Lena's favorite,
So
but
sad.
It's just depressing. Everything about it is just, it just breaks my heart. It's someone's life. It's just sad.
okay,
Sorry,
good.
it's my
Great.
narrative.
Andrew?
I don't think I've watched anything new in a long time.
You watched
Usually-
Pocahontas.
Yeah,
Before he came.
like most, like the shows the kids watch. Otherwise, if it's just passively, I'll have on probably like How I Met Your Mother or
It's good.
The Chosen is one that I just
Chosen.
kind of like rotate through.
Oh, my gosh.
Get ready, buckle up.
It's so good.
The Chosen, free streaming series about
Send you
the
that.
life of Christ.
I haven't seen it.
It's
Highly
very
recommend to anybody out
good.
there.
Very good.
Sorry, before last question for you, Andrew. How do you know? Because like we have a mutual friend, my family member.
Ah,
How do you know her?
Jill.
My cousin Jill.
Oh,
She's like famous though.
Jill, the Queen of Kasner.
I didn't know you were royalty.
Born of it. Yes. Yeah.
Hold on. So everything I have witnessed about Haley made so much more sense when I
Now that you know who our
figured out
family is.
Jill Brown. Jill Brown is one of the greatest people on the planet.
She
like
really
in
is.
terms of just a combination of humility, optimism, and actual love for a human person. Jill Brown. We
Oh my
call
gosh.
her the Queen of Kasner because
Jill Brown.
Jill worked at the College of Ag at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln.
Okay.
And there were 2 people you couldn't walk across campus with and make it somewhere on time. Lindsay Hastings, because she knew everybody's name. Jill,
Queen.
because she knew everybody's life.
Oh.
Jill is one of the most incredible people to watch on social media as well, because she roasts her daughter all the time.
Oh my
also.
gosh, it's so great. It's good.
Jill is a wonderful human being. She's at Northwest Missouri State now, which we don't talk about. But she was an absolute gift to the University of Nebraska-Lincoln and everybody she came into contact with. So that's
And she was a like homecoming queen at UNL.
Oh yeah,
UNL.
Jill.
Yeah.
Like you would be hard pressed to find many people who like wouldn't know and love Jill. Like if you know Jill, you love Jill. I don't know that anybody has enough evil in them to hate Jill Brown.
Yeah, she's great. I don't know. We need to get her on here one. Maybe we'll get her out
Jill.
to come visit.
Oh,
Yeah.
she'd be
Oh my
awesome.
gosh, she should come out September 9th.
And we'll
That's
have
awesome.
lunch at Sehnert.
Yeah, she just. Oh,
Yeah.
that's a good idea.
Yeah.
So
On Andrew.
Yeah.
favorite thing about Jill to illustrate Jill. She writes thank you notes for everything.
Everything.
Oh.
She's a big
Everything.
thank you person.
She's
Within
big
minutes
person.
of it happening.
Yeah.
Write a thank you
Oh.
note to her, and she says, "Thank you for the thank you note."
But like she's instilled that in her daughter as well.
Yeah.
So
That's awesome.
mhm. She's great. She's super fun. You need to follow her on Facebook.
I can do that.
You can do that.
Yes.
Okay, last question. Quote?
Am I?
Should we do a quote? Or
What's the
should we
other
do
thing?
the quote? I don't know.
Yeah, do quote.
Okay.
Yeah.
The first quote that comes to your mind, that's how we're ending.
What? It's never ending?
Did I stutter?
Who
The-
brought who?
The first quote that comes to your mind is how we are ending this. Go.
Okay.
Something from like The Office, isn't it?
No.
Oh gosh.
It's gonna be something from Paw Patrol.
Well, actually, this has been on my mind because I'm working on a thing right now. But it's inaction breeds doubt and fear. Action breeds courage. So go out and get busy. That's by Dale Carnegie.
Could you say it one more time?
Inaction breeds doubt and fear. Action breeds courage. So get out and get busy.
I love it.
It's good.
Actually, it's
Yep.
go out and get busy, but
That's still
Same
good.
thing.
Good job.
Dale Carnegie, he's got a lot of great quotes.
I like it. Okay, Andrew.
I'm debating between 2.
Okay. Did you just look one up on your phone?
No.
I'm kidding.
You can give him a both
I know.
if you really
Gosh,
need to.
he's probably
Don't.
gonna do something really impressive.
Yeah.
Like the whole.
I think I'm going to go with one from Phil Jackson, and that is, which may be good for the purpose of this podcast. You are only a success in the moment you experience success.
Wow. And mic drop.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. Wow, that was good.
It was great.
Wow. Well, thank you guys for coming today and spending 1 hour and 28 minutes and 15 seconds with us. Yeah, good job.
Officially 6 degrees warmer in here than when we started.
I'm actually just fine.
Comfortable? That's
Perfect.
awkward.
Perfectly
Okay,
comfortable.
I'm not.
That was great though.
Yeah.
Thank you guys again.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, it was fun. Let's do it again. In the meantime, shooting competition between
Yep.
you two.
Free throws.
Free marketing from Jared.
Yep.
Just thinking all these things that we got. Pay ourselves for you guys coming here.
Did they win the challenge at the beginning?
They did, which
Oh,
is fine. We'll just
I mean, Andrew won it.
Yeah.
It's just-
Jared.
yeah. Jared was
I
just.
get a participation award.
It's like Batman and Robin.
Yes.
Hey, that's
More like Penguin.
Time to go.
Yeah.
Wrap it
So
up.
thank you guys for listening to another episode of Coaching, Caffeine, and Comedy, and I'm your host Haley Kiltza.